Let's talk about sales targets. One of the questions that I get often is, how do I build a plan to help me hit my sales targets? Let's say I've got that $1.2 million number and I know that my average deal size is $100,000. So I've got $100,000 average deal size. I've got a 1.2 million number. We do some quick math. One of the easiest ways to get to 1.2 is to have 12 deals at 100K. So I can go 12 at 100K equals 1.2 million. Okay. If I close 33% of the deals, or I've got a 30% close rate, then I need to have 3x times those deals, or 36 deals. That gets us to that that $3.6 million number. Now, let's say that 100K is my average deal size, but every once in a while I do get a 500K deal or a 750K deal. And in my pipeline, I have two at 500K. This is 1.0 million. I've got two at 500K. And let's say those are later stage kind of deals. If those are later stage kind of deals, I might be feeling pretty good about getting to the 1.2. I just need to get something in place to help me improve my predictability or likelihood that I'm actually going to hit my number. All I'm doing is I'm trying to work backwards from a number. So if 1.2 is my number, my average deal size is 100K. I need 12 at 100K. If I've got a couple of those 500K deals, I can get to my 1.2 with 3 at 500K. And if I take something somewhere in the middle, let's just say 300K, then, and I know we're playing around with math here, if I take 300K at 4 at 300K, that'll get me to the 1.2. All I'm trying to figure out is, how can I design the types of deals that I need to get in order to get me closer to that number? So I'm designing backwards: 1.2, 4 at 300K, 3 at 500K, 12 at 100K. What does it take for me to get to those numbers? How many opportunities do I need to be working on? If I've got a very, very thin pipeline and my average sales cycle is about 6 months, I'm going to be in trouble hitting this number if I'm starting from zero. If I am starting from zero, what I want to do is I want to figure out average time to close on a 100K deal. That might be, let's say, 3 months. On a 500K deal, that might be closer to 12 months. And on a 300K deal, let's say that's closer to 9 months. All I'm doing is trying to figure out what are the various variables that I can play with to help me get to the number. And I'm just trying to design customer acquisition to meet that number. So go through this exercise. Take a piece of paper, create 3 different deal types that you traditionally have. You might have some really big deals, you might have some in the middle, and you might have some smaller deals, smaller transactional deals. Some of those have different length of sales cycles. Start to figure out how many of each of those deals do I need to get my number, and what combination of those deals can I get to get my number. Once I know this part of the math, then I can start figuring out, from a prospecting perspective, where do I need to spend my time and attention? How do I allocate that time and attention? I want to design backward so I can execute going forward. And then I'll know at various points in time where my risk is. So maybe I've got a Q1 objective, a Q2 objective, a Q3 objective, and a Q4 objective. Ultimately, I'm designing backwards so that I can execute going forward. Let me know what you think. How have you applied something like this in your role? And how do you go about building out your plan to execute on your sales targets? Thank you.